Hi guys, welcome back to Klatch podcast. It's Anya.
And Jen. Hi.
How are you guys?
We hope y'all are doing good and that, your 2019 has been pretty good.
Yeah, we hope you guys have had a great year. And for this episode, we're just going to recap our year a little bit.
Yeah, just do a little 2019 wrap-up. Mm-hmm. But before we start, though, I have a PSA.
Right.
Well, it's more like an inquiry, if you will. Vocab. But my question is, what should we call you guys?
Right, because I was at McDonald's and I ran into Patch and he was like, Klatchers, and I was like, yeah, and then Jennifer was like, no.
Klatchers remind me of fucking pussy. Like, I hear it, all I think is just vagina. Like, I don't, because Klatch. Because I think, oh my god, you know how people say like cock block? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw this post, I'm like, oh, clam jam. And then, like, I hate that one, and it makes me think of this, because Klatch, and I think of, like, something closing. Yeah. Anya, we're not calling out Klatchers. I'll choke.
So what do you guys,
I think we should call you guys our little tea bags, because I hate coffee.
Nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, but I hate coffee, but it's still a beverage, It's spelled tea.
I don't personally.
I love tea bags.
I don't like the word bag. Bag
versus what teabagging actually is. I think it's cute. But yeah, what should we call you guys? I think teabag.
I don't like it. What about tea leaves?
Tea leaves?
Tea leaves.
Oh, wait, I had another one that you hated. Like coffee beans.
I don't like the word bean.
Shut up. You don't like anything. Yeah, you hated beans.
I don't like bean.
I think coffee bean. Well, if you don't want to go the tea route, even though tea's superior, then we can do like beans. Beans.
How about you guys let us know?
A little Nestle's. A little fucking Keurigs.
I don't know.
Anyways, let us know. Or should we just call you listeners? That's so impersonal.
I know. I like a little fan base,
Anyways.
Our 3 fans.
I literally said our 3 fans. We make up 2 of them.
Right. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so should we get into our year?
Yes, we're gonna go by month.
Yes.
And just a warning, this is not like a comprehensive list.
Right.
Some things we're gonna leave out because obviously,
we don't want to expose too much.
Consequences. There are implications to putting your business out on the internet like this.
Right.
So we're not gonna do that. Do you want to start with your January, or do you want me to?
Yeah, my January's very mild.
Mm-hmm.
What I put as like the best thing was a women's march because I'd never gone to it before. And I really liked it. It was a really good experience, and I can't wait to go this year. But you know what? The Women's March last year was really, in Hartford, was like, nobody showed up. It was really sad.
Really?
Well, like, people were there, but like not nearly as much as other cities because there was like some politics going on. But
because
anyway.
When you were texting me, you were there. I was on my way to the hospital where I volunteer, and I could see people like with their pink hats and stuff like that. But I didn't go. Is that all for January?
Yeah.
Because you had this too. We both started doing makeup or like exploring the makeup world in January.
Right. Started that.
Yeah. By January, I had like all my eyeshadow stuff. I knew to stop this accent. I don't even realize that I'm in it.
I didn't even realize you were doing it either.
But yeah, I started like exploring makeup and doing eyeshadow and whatnot in January. Because before I'm a lipstick girl. I love lipstick. Love me a good lipstick. But now I've started exploring like eyeshadows and foundations and whatnot. And yeah. Oh, well, this happened like the very end of December. But I had gotten 2 helix piercings on my ear. Mm-hmm. Wait, we can talk about our goals this year? For next year?
You want to do it at the end?
I was going to say now because my goal for next year, it has to do with piercings. That's what I'm asking.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Because I want to, I don't know if it'll be next year, but soon, I want to get my nipples pierced.
I will want to, but I don't want it to ruin, like, because I definitely want to have kids, so I don't want it to, like, affect, like, breastfeeding. Mm-hmm. But I
let's really want to get. Because they probably grow out of it after, like,
we're like 40-year-old woman.
Literally.
But that's, like, yeah.
I think nipple piercings are so fucking hot, and it's such a vibe, and I want that vibe. So I would get my nipples pierced. But when I think about the pain, I'm like,
But it's temporary. Just like
some people say it didn't hurt, and others like this is the worst thing in my entire life because it's so sensitive,
Yeah. Well, I want a tattoo also, so I need to get used to like.
My mom, she handles them. She gets so many fucking tattoos. I'm like, ma'am.
Really?
She has like 4 tattoos. I'm like, she started getting them like I think like 2 or 3 years ago. Oh. I come home. It was her birthday when she goes wild. She's a fucking Scorpio. She goes wild in November. I come home. Oh my god. And she's like putting something in her arm. I'm like, what is that? And she goes, oh, I just got a tattoo.
What?
I'm like, every time you and your bestie hang out, this is the shit I come home to.
That's good for her.
I mean, good for she's living her life. She just apparently now turned like 20 apparently. But honestly, I love that for her. Good job, Marie. Live your life.
Look at that.
Yeah, but I want to get more piercings. I also want to get my nose pierced, and I want to get more piercings on my ears. They're really small, so I don't have much surface area to work with.
I know, I'm upset because when I was younger, I had my ears pierced like just normal, and then I got one of them closed and one of them got ripped out, and so now I have like a bunch of scar tissue. So even though they're pierced now, they're like off, they're not evenly leveled, and so I can't get more piercings on the lobe itself. I'd have to go up higher.
Okay, our next month. Oh yes, I literally just took us on a tangent.
Yeah.
Okay, for February, it's kind of an overarching one. Like, it wasn't a positive, but it was just like a... Because for me, I just wrote, like, the pretty memorable things or just the fun things also. But, yeah, in February, we had, like, a blackface thing at our school. And that just started a whole bunch of things that really gave, like, me and Anya and other students an opportunity to kind of get change to start happening in the school.
Yeah.
And I like obviously it was a horrible thing, but it became so much more than that, and I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
Like even now, like we meet with the Board of Equity Council.
Yeah.
Like that, I would have never imagined this would have like I'd be meeting with the Board of Ed people to make actual changes.
Yeah.
Like last year, like I would have never imagined.
And I never knew
it.
that they like actually cared as much as they do. It felt like there was a big disconnect between the students and like the administration, but like kind of being able to like talk to them and them listening to us was a big deal. And yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, because even like between students, I didn't think like it would have gotten that much support. Like other students who weren't Black would actually be interested in it, just given the things that have happened like in the past. But I was pleasantly surprised, and yeah, it wasn't ideal, but like I'm happy with the things I've come like as a
the way we turned
it
into.
Yeah, I think it was a necessary evil.
So for my February, the only thing I really had is I started talking to people a lot more.
Branching out,
if you will. Right. So the first guy on this list, we'll give him...
Oh, she got a list.
Right. Ooh. Right. This first guy, we're gonna call him Mr. Boring, because this guy, so I know that he plays tennis, so like I tried to play off of that because I also play tennis, and I'm like, oh, like, you know, tell me about that, like, oh, how'd you do in your match, like, how did the tournament go? Because this was during when tennis season first started, I think, or maybe it was a little bit before that, but he literally would like go on about how much he like likes me, and then he'd like be so boring. He'd be like, yeah, cool, okay.
That's so ugly.
And then he'd go back to being like super like talkative, and I'm like,
that hot bullshit is not cute.
I don't like it.
I hate that. I'll get into that with my story later in the year, but I hate that.
Right. I can't with that. Anyway, so that was my February.
I didn't finish my February. I have like 2 more things really quickly. In February, I was a clown. You know how it's obviously everyone knows fucking Valentine's Day comes in February. And I had received a really lovely poem and a gift that I cherish. I still wear the necklace. If you're listening to this, thank you so much. I love it, and I love you, and I'm really, really sorry. I mean, obviously I'll tell you in person, but I'm really, really sorry because it's my biggest regret, the way I handled the situation. This person wrote me a really lovely like poem, and just it brightens my heart, and I love it, but I just did this person so dirty. And I'm really, really sorry about that.
I think it's good that you've noticed that and you've grown.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. You did him so dirty.
Yeah, in my defense, I did tell this person my grievances, but he wasn't really getting it, I feel like. So in the end, I did the really weak thing and, like, ghosted him. Like, he's the only person that I've ever actually really ghosted. Like, it wasn't a purposeful ghost. It was just, like, I read it, but okay, because... it would happen in June, but I'm going to talk about it in February, because whatever. But, yeah, he had wrote me we were texting or whatever. He's asking me about my trip in Philly, and at that time I was really busy because, you know, I was distracted and out and about because I was with, like, an organization there in Philly. So I read it, and I forgot to reply back, and then eventually just drifted out of my mind because there wasn't a notification for it, because for me, I need to see the notification to remember to reply, or else I won't. And then it just turned into weeks. I'm like, I feel like it'd be bad if I replied now because it was weeks afterwards.
Weeks.
Literally weeks. I'm like, oh, shoot. And then, like, I was like, okay, it'd just be bad if I replied now. And then I just didn't. And I feel really horrible about it. So I'm sorry, boo. I hope you're doing well. Oh, and then Battle of the Bands. Yes, Battle of the Band happens in February. It's a student council event. It's always so much fucking fun. Oh, my God.
I remember that was fun.
Yeah. And this year... at this time, I too was branching out in February and communicating with folks, getting out of my shell.
Right.
And Battle of the Bands was a very emotional night, but it was just a lot of excitement,
Right,
you know?
right.
And the night ended off with me no longer talking to someone. I had this opportunity to make a new friend.
Right.
Yes.
My March was boring also. Or at least I think it was. I can't remember much. But I went to the Travis Scott concert with Uma, which was fun.
Mm-hmm. My March is as if it's still March. My March was pretty boring. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was popping. March was
Okay.
Because in February I started branching out, and then in March was when it was the height, the climax. Yeah, March and April.
Sorry.
She just dropped. But yeah, March was the climax. So, oh my gosh, dude, you know this already. But in March, I hung out with this person, and then I came home, and I forgot that I had my neck was literally covered in hickeys, and I didn't realize. I go home. First time my mom says "What is that on your neck? Are you okay?" And I'm just like, huh? What are you talking about? I'm like, shit in my head. I'm like, the Kill Bill sirens are playing. And I'm like, she in danger. But I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? And I'm like, so I touch her neck. She's like, there's something in your neck. I'm like, okay, let me go see. So I run to the bathroom as if I don't fucking know. And I start rubbing my neck. I'm like, oh my God, no. I was like, oh yeah, my neck was really itchy this morning.
God,
so maybe I got bit by something because I was out the day before or whatever. I'm like, maybe I got bit or something. I know. My mom was looking at me like, girl, I know you're lying. But she didn't say anything, luckily. But I was shocked. And another incident happened. It was this summer when we went out to the mall. I didn't know. So I'm getting tested. We're in Sephora, and I'm getting matched for foundation. There was hickeys on my neck. I didn't know. This son actually had no idea.
Lady was so nice. Do you remember her?
God, yes.
She was the best. Shout out to you.
I forget your name, but I love you. I saw her a couple weeks afterwards. But I was too shy to tell her if you remember me.
And she was popping.
She was great. Her makeup was popping. Her hair was popping. She was so sweet. And thank you for not commenting on the marks on my neck. Because I didn't even realize that it was there.
It's also the day that we we signed up. Somebody stopped us in the mall and was like, "Do you guys want to be models?" And we filled out the form. I don't know how, but I got a text from them. Oh my God!
Months later, they texted us back. Like, are you still interested? And we're like, blocked. And that was the same day, the mall day. This was in July, I think.
Right.
We were clowns. I said we're gonna go in order. Here we jumping around in months. I'm sorry, I started it. But we're gonna go ahead anyways. This is what you guys love, tangents.
This was also the day that Sir was supposed to pick me up from the mall.
Oh my gosh.
And then he couldn't, so I had to call Uma and Joey, and they were
I remember because Jack couldn't give you a ride. I remember that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And I didn't finish explaining it, but it was also the day when Anya and I saw these cute gentlemen outside of the Hollister sitting in those chairs. Okay, first of all, why were they sitting there? Because they weren't waiting for anyone.
I mean,
there was it was 7 of them. This was a
they
whole
were hot as
this is a
hell.
one a day kind of thing. This is a selection. It was a buffet. And we were hungry apparently. So we circled back and fucking forth a million times.
We kept acting like we forgot to buy something from the store.
Oh wait,
we kept going
way.
back.
Yeah, and then we pretended to have a fake phone call so we wouldn't. I hate this. I don't want this to be out there.
I hate the fact that we did that.
And I pretended to be on the phone. We wouldn't even look at them. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what they really looked like because I would look at them only from the corner of my eye. One of them wore yellow though. I know that.
I was just gonna say one of them was wearing a yellow sweat, maybe shirt sweater. He was hot as hell.
He was fine. His friends were lovely. That's a train. But honestly, I would like to ride.
I honestly could not tell you what they looked like.
Literally,
because I kept I looked at them.
Of my eye.
I think at one point we were upstairs and they were downstairs. We were looking over the banister.
Oh my God, we're clowns.
Our clowns. Okay, back to April.
Oh my God,
this was so off topic.
Oh yeah, sorry. We just took you straight to June.
Right.
Fuck April. Fuck May.
All right. Oh, in April, that's when I first started texting through Claire's phone this other guy, and what should we call him? We'll call him Mr.
Call him Jennifer's future husband, because that's the kind of man that I would. If it's the one I'm thinking
Yeah,
of,
it is.
that's my man. If you're listening to this, I love you.
He like would triple text and be like, "Hey," and then we wouldn't respond for like a couple days. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then we wouldn't respond for a couple days because we were like, "What the hell?" Like, no. And then he'd be like, "What happened? Where did you go?"
Okay, that's too much, because I be leaving people for like a week.
Right.
You can't be doing that after like 2 days.
Right. So, in essence, what this guy did, so we were talking or whatever, and then I got scared. I chickened out because, I mean, I didn't want to do anything anyway. So I was like, I can't keep playing with his feelings. But there was like this one day where literally out of the blue, out of nowhere, poor Claire, because this is all on Claire's phone. I'm literally texting this guy through Claire's phone. Poor Claire, he sends like videos of him.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see it.
Of him.
I mean, I did see it.
What do you mean you did see it?
I would like to see it again.
And it was like videos of him doing whatever he was.
Just having a fun time.
Yeah, he was having a fun time.
Some self-care.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "need."
Okay, that was...
he literally types "need" with like porn links. And I'm like, sir.
Porn links? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, in reference to the... I was so confused. I thought you meant like at the end of the video, right before he finished having a fun time, that he was just like "need." And I'm like, what incarnation? But now I get it, like in the context of he sent those links and then he said that.
Right. Right.
Okay, my April was pretty chill. We had spring break that time. Yeah, so Anya and I had our little date, and it was really fun. We took some cute photos.
Yeah.
Got some froyo. And then, in April, the 27th of April is the Independence Day for Togo. And so I went to the party for that. We do it every year, and it was a fun time. I wore a cute-ass fucking
She was
dress.
looking hot as hell.
Literally. I wore, it was like a purple burgundy color. It was like kind of like a flapper dress. I loved it. My titties were out. Some African aunties and uncle had things to say, but you know what?
They could stay mad.
Stay mad. And I told my mom, tell them I said you can stay mad. And that's on period.
Jealousy is a disease. You can die mad.
I cannot.
It's like a Lil Wayne lyric.
I can't. Lil Wayne.
I have to.
Okay, are we in May now?
We're in May.
Alright.
May was J prom and a bunch of other things. You know, May was a good time. AP exams.
Oh shit, I forgot that's in May. Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Next guy. This guy was so fucking fine, and he was Puerto Rican, and he would speak Spanish to me, and we would like...
No, but he was a clown. He played too much. Anya.
He FaceTimed me for like hours on end. We would just,
but then the thing he did at the end was lame as heck.
I know. What did he do? What did he do? He was like, oh yeah. He's like, I don't think I can like be with a girl who doesn't speak Spanish. I was like, I'm learning. I'm trying.
Reason, as if he wasn't entertaining you, and didn't he say he was in love with someone else?
Yeah, he was like, I'm not over my other girl, and I don't think I can be with someone who doesn't speak Spanish. I'm like, we've been speaking for hours over FaceTime, and what about it?
I thought it was an excuse. I don't know why.
I think it was, and then afterwards,
it's like a me. What I do before I block you.
But like afterwards, I remember he like was being basically he didn't say that until I kind of called him out for being like he was like very much into me, and then all of a sudden he'd be like wouldn't respond to my like heys or whatever, and then I was like, hey, like is there something wrong, because I feel like you're just like being off all of a sudden. And then he said that, and I was like, okay, bye. You should have told me that, but bye. Like, why would you like not be over your girl and then like be toying with other girls?
That was really crappy.
That's just me.
Okay, my May, we had junior prom, and I should. Oh my god! And I showed up to junior prom after
a fun time.
After a fun activity, you know. Before I got ready and showered, I had a fun time. I hung out with a friend, and you know, we just chilled. And yeah, and also. Yes, in May, I got one of my awards I'm really happy and proud of. I got the Alliance Française award.
Right.
I was really happy about that. Thanks, madame. I love you.
Aww.
I have the photo of us. I looked cute as heck in my skirt that day. And yeah. And also May was Whining Trills field trip for student council. We had to build a raft and get it across this whole ass fucking lake. And my team got it. So mac and cheese, if you're listening to this shit, long live mac and cheese. We fucking did that. I mean, I didn't get on the raft. I didn't volunteer to go on. There was a lot of us, so we had 4 people volunteer to go on. But our raft survived. It was great.
Love that.
And yeah, that was my May.
How did I say that? Perfecto. Oh my god, June.
June is thick.
Okay.
June is thick.
Do you want to go first for June or should I?
I go first. I don't have too much for June.
Yeah,
Because I already got into it a little bit. So I talked about
With our
the
tangents.
dude. Yeah.
Right.
I talked about the dude that I did dirty. Yeah, I feel really bad about that. This is when when I didn't reply, when I stopped replying.
Right.
But June was also my 18th birthday.
Ooh, she an
Gemini.
adult or whatever.
And
Gemini. Ay.
yeah, the highlight of my June was the Philly trip I took. We went there for this conference at UPenn. It was a college conference thing for Questbridge. And we stayed there it was only a one-day thing, but we ended up staying there for a couple of days, my mom and I, because she had a friend there. And it was such a fun trip. Yeah, I really fell in love with Philly, and I even thought I fell in love with UPenn, but then I ditched UPenn for a bit. But now I'm like, okay, it is a nice school, though. But I don't know if it's for me, but it is a nice school, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Philly was really, really great. And also, June was when I celebrated 2 months of being fucking natural, because 2 years prior, I had chopped off pretty much all my hair, because I had my hair was permed for years before, and then I cut it all off, and now my hair is its natural curly state. And what else did I do in June? Oh, June. June was when I, started to shoot my shot. Well, I was attempting to shoot my shot with someone that I had loved loosely, but my definition of, the closest thing to what I think is love. Because I have never been this attracted and, attached to someone ever. So June was when I was like, okay, let me slide in this person's DMs or whatever. Because I was like, okay, it's going to be senior year. I have to do something,
Good for you.
It's been since middle school.
Good for you.
So I slid in the DMs. I mean, I was obviously very subtle because I'm like, you have to read my mind to know that I like you, apparently. But yeah, it was a flop. Person was very hot and cold. But you know what? It's fine. Because now
I think
I'm
it's good that you did it. Or at least you thought you did.
Yeah. Delusions. I thought I shot my shot. So, but I was proud of myself. Yeah, and I even gave this person 2 chances to not do the whole dry and then because they'd be really active and responding and then they'd just be dry afterwards. And I was just like, I'm over this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But yeah, that was that.
My June was a roller coaster, baby. So first was you know how West Hartford has that carnival that they always have, and it was really fun.
No, it was in Simsbury.
No, it's West Hartford.
No, Amina. Hey, gorgeous.
Say hi to the podcast.
Say
Hi, it's Amina.
I don't think I can hear you, but it's Amina.
That's so cool.
That was a hello from Amina. Amina, if you're listening to this, we love you.
Amina gives us so much love. She
love
comments.
her.
She likes.
I love her. She does?
She hasn't subscribed to the YouTube channel, but I'm sure she will.
Show me the comments after.
Okay.
But yeah, the
What was I saying?
carnival.
Oh, yes. So, I've been talking to this guy for a while, and I'm like, hey, I'm at the West Hartford Carnival. And he's like, hey, so do you want me to pick you up? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So, he calls me, and he's like, okay, I'm here. And I'm like, okay, where are you? He's like, Ben & Jerry's. I'm like, okay, I'm there. And so I walked to Ben & Jerry's. By the way, because we were all the way over here, Ben & Jerry's all the way over there. We walked for a while. I'm like spritzing on all this perfume. I'm like putting on my
Just called me. She's like, hype as fuck. I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah. And then I am outside Ben & Jerry's, and I'm like, where are you? And literally, he doesn't respond for a good 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay, Claire, Malachi, do I look okay? And they're like, yeah, you look fine. Bitch, he texted me, right before. He was like, okay, do you see my car? I'm like, no, what does it look like? And he was like, oh, wait. I'm like, what's coming? And he goes, my mom found my bong, and she wants me to come home now.
You know, I have a theory. I feel like he was never there to begin with. Because that is the lamest excuse and the biggest turnaround. Call me cynical. Zoe Tang and Emily was saying bye. More shout outs to you guys. They were also a shout out in our last episode. Yeah, but yeah, my theory is that he was never there to begin with because it's such a lame fucking excuse and a big turnaround.
Yeah, no worries. You thought he was never there?
Yeah, okay, I'm probably just really cynical, but I feel like he wasn't even there to begin with. Because such a quick turnaround.
But he literally was, like, explaining where he was. Like,
he's probably, okay, I'm sure he's been to West Harbor before.
yeah, especially Blueback Square. But.
Yeah, just pick a freaking random ass store and be like,
I like to believe
there.
that he wasn't doing that.
Girl, I think you're being delusional. I could also be very pessimistic.
Yeah, you're being kind of pessimistic.
But even
right
if he actually was there, I feel like his excuse was very lame.
It was a lame excuse. Yeah, I was so unimpressed. I was like, and he was like, sorry, and I was like, go home to your mom.
I think it was a fake excuse.
Figure out the thing with your mom. Yeah, I feel like maybe he was there, and then he had to actually go for another reason, and he just said that because like, my mom brought my back. I have to go home now. Like, anyway.
Yeah, but because the reason
he could have just driven me home, you know. But he didn't.
Say that more clearly when I'm not interrupting. Say it again now.
He could have just driven me home, but I feel like he had some other excuse. And like,
yeah, it was a very lame excuse. Okay, because the thing, I was objectifying, like, 'cause I thought you were talking about the carnival. The carnival, because there's one instance where that happens in June.
Yeah, the St. Mary's Carnival.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that, but you're talking about the one in West Hartford.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah, no,
I thought
you're
you were
good.
talking about Midnight Fiasco.
Midnight Fiasco,
Was that in June also? Because I had the carnival in June.
That's when you were at the carnival. I was at
Yes.
April's concert. And when I tell you, I've already talked, this was the guy, if you go listen, you know what, if you want to hear the story, go listen to our first episode.
Is it first? Oh my
episode
God.
1.
This is episode 10.
Yes.
Is
Wait,
it?
no, it's 9.
Oh. Oopsies.
But this guy, Midnight Fiasco, listen, he was a whole mess. Broke.
No, this dude.
No ambition.
It was tragic because I saw the carnival and Anya called me and I'm like, oh my God.
I was literally on the phone
was
with
scared
people because
for you.
I don't know where I was.
It was dark.
It was dark. I don't know where I was. He said he was supposed to be there. I've never met this guy before. Wow. Decisions were made. Bad decisions were made. And then he tried to come out afterwards and he was like, we should totally have a redo. I'm like, sir,
Was he the one with the NASA sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
I mean,
he can get a point or two for that.
and then June, I went to Cape Cod with my family friends. It was so much fun.
I remember the stories.
Tell him, let him know.
If you're the person who this is about, if you're listening to this,
Wait, say it louder.
under the fucking pool table in the furnace room, he's like, I'll get a blanket. Is that what he said?
I'll get a pillow for your knees.
Oh my gosh, I actually have to scream.
But it was a fun vacation, I have to say. I must say. A little gluck gluck. Do you want to explain what that means?
Oh my God, gluck gluck. Okay, so I started listening to this podcast. I didn't mention this, but in February, in February, that's when I started listening to podcasts in general. But then recently I started listening to this new podcast called Call Her Daddy. It's these two girls, and they talk a lot about like sex and just stuff like that. And they taught us this technique, this move, this combo called the gluck gluck.
9,000.
And there's levels to it. Yeah.
Oh, right.
3,000 is feel like, okay, yeah, it was good, but like, okay.
Right.
But 9,000, like, he'll call you back with a quickness. He'll propose
The thing about the Gluck Gluck 9,000 that I was scared about, and I still am, is the double hand twist.
No, I feel like you're imagining it as some weird. It's just this. It's like just this.
But I feel like that would hurt.
It wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't be dry. Because the whole premise of the Gluck Gluck has to be sloppy.
Right.
So it wouldn't
about
be
the
dry.
sounds.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any friction.
I know, but still.
You're not fucking wringing a towel. I wish you guys could see the hand motions I'm making right now.
Please.
Because
Oh my
quality
God.
content.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not wringing a towel.
I'll try it next time, but if it doesn't
it's
go
just
well.
This.
If it doesn't go well, I'm blaming it on you.
Just make sure it's slobbery.
Of course.
It
always is, babe. It always is.
Can't relate because I'm not having right now. Oh, I didn't tell you this. My resolution. No, we'll do that at the end. We'll do that at the end.
Okay.
But are we in July now? Mm-hmm. Okay, for July, yes, hang out with Anya, my cousin Lori. July was really chill for me.
Ooh.
Just a really chill month, which I appreciated because I was so tired throughout the school year. So it was just great to just relax in July. And, oh, yes, Crack Academy. If you know what that is, you know what that is, and you're cool. And we went to Six Flags with Kiana and Amoya and everyone else. And it was so much fun because Kiana and Amoya have a husband. And if you're listening, you know who I'm talking about. And, you know, we just lived their best life. It was really great. I think that's it.
July for me, my birthday was in July. And then I also went to UConn for a week, which was really, really fun. Met some hot guys, especially this one guy. I literally didn't care how bad I looked. So I was like flirting with him nonstop. Every time I saw him, at one point we were in the elevator together. I was like, "Oh hey, like what's up? Like, are you gonna go to this tonight?" Or whatever. It was so bad. I was like, "See you in the game room." And then he was like, he was hot as hell. He was hot as hell. I was taking like stalker pictures of him too. I think I sent you one. He was like, he works out or whatever.
I mean, he was cute or whatever. I won't deny that it was pleasing to my eyes.
I mean, yeah. And then also at UConn, I had my first experience with a college guy. Well, not my first. Anyhoomst, there was this guy, and he.
You know, I hear those vocals in the background.
She said, "I'm a sing."
They held that fucking note. Jesus.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Mariah who?
Okay.
Fuck all that.
So this guy basically followed me, and I was at UConn. It was after lunch. I was going back to the dorm, or we were going to the UConn bookstore, and this guy like was following me and my friends, and I was like, is he following us? Like, probably not, because I didn't want to like flatter myself. And then all of a sudden, my friends like keep walking, and I stopped. Like, I don't know if I was putting my hair up or tying my shoe or something. And so my friends are a little bit ahead, and he like taps me on the shoulder, and I'm like, excuse me, hi, can I help you? And then he was like, hey, can I get your number? And I my first question was like, how old are you? And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter, like, I'll get your number. I was like, no, how old are you? And he was like, oh, what did he say? He was like 23 or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
he should not be doing what he was doing.
Right. So I was like, oh, sorry, like, I'm 17, like, no, I'm sorry, can't help you there. And so he was like really pushy about it, and I basically was just like, nope. And then me and my friends basically like speed walked away, and they were like great. They were like being so sweet about it. And then we went into the bookstore, and he kept following us like the whole way there. And then we rounded the corner, looked out the window from the bookstore. He was standing right there outside the glass. We literally screamed because he was staring into the glass. Jesus. He was staring in. We were like, no, go away. It was traumatizing, to say the least. So that was that. Oh, and then at UConn, I also started snapping this one guy. We're going to call him Mr. I Hate You, because this man, when I tell you, he is the epitome of a fuckboy. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I started snapping him, set a couple pictures.
ASMR?
Sorry, that was disgusting.
That was ASMR. That was great.
But in essence, I don't like this man. And whenever I see him in the halls, I'm like, I hope that you turn out as ugly. I can't say that. Oh my god. I can't say that.
Oh my gosh, my heart. You guys won't hear it.
I have everything against this family.
Anya just
this
roasted
family.
the crap. She just came for him and his entire family.
I hate your family.
Oh my god.
I hate you. I hate you. And your dick is small too. I'm keeping that in. I don't care. I'm keeping that in.
Okay. Alright. So Anya had an interesting July.
Oh, it gets worse in August.
In August, my August was once again chill, just getting ready for the new school year. So August, the big standout moment for me was doing my own hair for the first time. And for those of you who aren't black, it's not going to make sense to you, so y'all can just keep it moving. Or do your Googles and don't ask me this in person because I'm not your teacher. But for those of you who know, I just did my own box braids for the first time this summer. And that shit took me 4 fucking days because my head is fucking huge and my hair is like thick as fuck.
Thought you were going to say 4 hours.
No, 4 days. But okay, it wasn't consecutive. Some days I only did like 2 hours because that's all I had time to do. But yeah, no, I'm like, Mom, how do you do this? Mom, she gets my hair done in like 6 hours, 5 hours. But me, 4 days. But I did it though, and now I know. So like, I can start a little business or whatever. Also spend time with my cousin Ari. I was at her house for like a while, literally moved in. But it was really fun, and I love you, Ari.
So in August, I went to London, which was really, really fun. Just a family vacation. Saw a few international hotties, you know. Shot my shot with...
I forgot about your London trip.
Yeah, it was really fun.
You want a Glasgow kiss?
You want a Glasgow kiss? You think he's ready for my mouth?
If you know that video, it's like one of the standout moments of this year. You know, so stiff what?
Stiff what?
Stiff what? No stiff. None of that, baby.
Shake, bitch.
She has this Dora-ass haircut.
And then, also in August, I did something new for the first time.
Yeah, me and you had a lot of firsts
We
this
had
year, didn't
a
we?
few firsts.
Yeah.
It was a hot girl summer. I did something new, and then he went to college, and then I'm genuinely not mad about it. Like, I could care less about
it is what it
this
is,
man.
So now we're in September. September for me was really stressful, but also, like, I think top 5, even top 3, like, months of the year. Because September, I went to the Bowdoin flying trip to just visit Bowdoin for, like, I think 3 or 4 days. I traveled all by myself, so that was really fun and exciting. Yeah, so I went to Bowdoin. I met the most amazing group of people ever. I love you guys. I know, Christine, you're already, like, going to Bowdoin next year, so hey, if I get there, it's me and you, bitch. But yeah, it was a really fun time. So shout out to Isaac, Bree, Shanique, Mishka, Ollie, all of you guys. Yeah, so shout out to you guys. I love you guys a lot. Also shout out to Jaina for hosting me. She was my host. I stayed with her.
Jaina.
Her and her roommates are actually amazing. I love you
Twitter's
guys.
hilarious.
And Bowdoin is a really, really great school. It's like in Maine, but it's small, but it's so good. And the community is amazing there, and I love it. And September was also a friend of mine's birthday, and this bitch showed up late to her own birthday dinner. And then Scott didn't know how to drive. Dude was taking right turns. Sam showed up late to her birthday dinner. She's like, "Hey guys, I'm here."
I would not put it past her.
And Scott drove us to get food, and he just it was a mess, but it was a really fun mess.
Wow, that's fun.
It was a fun time.
So September, I met this dude. Fucking finally, this guy. I had been talking to him for months. He's the West Hartford dude. The bump my mom found my
That's
mom.
him?
Yeah.
No! I am livid. I don't know if you guys will hear what happened before, but I just got some very concerning news about who the dude that was like, "Oh yeah, my mom found my bong." I just connected the dots to this story. Anya, I let this happen. I am disappointed in myself. I let you experience this.
Girl, I'm okay with it.
That's my biggest regret of the year.
He was hot as hell. I don't regret shit. Oh, you know what else happened in September? We started a podcast.
We did start in September. Oh my god.
It was a moment, a time.
Oh my god, our podcast is a Virgo.
Girl, we're not about to know.
That's a good sign though, because Virgos are very they're gonna be successful. I love that for us.
Wow.
And
also,
they're perfectionists. Wow. Yes.
Wow. Look at that. Look at
How old
that.
are we now? We're September, October, November, December. 4 months.
4 months?
Almost probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 4 months. Did you hear me counting on my fingers? Jesus. Oh my god. I have like one brain cell.
And then at the end of September, I went to the Chris Brown concert with Uma and her friend Arnav, and it was really fun. So, yeah.
October, we had the French exchange students come, so it was a great time getting to talk to them, but we didn't talk to them that much this year, though.
Yeah, I only met a couple of them.
Because they weren't in the school for very long. But yeah, that was we painted the rock. That was a really fun afternoon painting the rock.
You looked hot as hell that day.
I did.
I still have that video of you.
Really?
You look hot as hell.
I didn't see that video. Maybe you guys will one day see that video.
I posted on my Snap story.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I said vote her best dress, because vote her best dress.
Oh yeah, vote me best dress. I'm going to fight every single one of y'all.
She is, period.
But yeah, I tried a new style that day. I went a little bit more,
it was a little
bit more butch, a little bit more chapstick lesbian or whatever, and it was a vibe. I love that for me. And also, it was a Model UN trip to New York, which was really, really fun. And I had a great time on that trip. Shout out to Anthea, who's been my partner for years. And I'm kind of sad because I won't be doing it anymore. But it was a good trip to send us off, you know?
Was that October for you?
Yeah, that was my October.
Okay. My October was messy. So I did get a lot of stuff done for college apps, which was good. I got, I think, almost all of my college apps done by, before the end of October. Then at the end of October, I made some poor social media decisions. I think most of you guys know what I'm talking about. I do regret it, but at the same time,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It was a learning experience.
It was a
for
learning
everyone
experience.
involved.
And yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, it was a messy one for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I was chill, but
Yeah.
a lot of the people in my circle, they're really going through it. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I say that not
be
in
me.
like no,
Could
not in a
be me.
belittling way, because I'm not trying to get my karma. You know, I'm not trying to deal with that. But yeah. So November now. November is looking pretty hefty here on my list. Oh yeah, November was when I already submitted a few college apps like already in September, but like I didn't do the other stuff until November. So by November, like everything was pretty much almost sent in. Well, almost every school. Yeah, but November, I'm like, oh yeah, it's handball, which is the tradition here we have at the school, and it's always so much fun. Dinero and I get so fucking delirious. And this year Mal was there, and it was just a really, really fun time, and I'm gonna miss handball.
Nice.
Oh wait, my number's not even done yet. So I also got my hair cut. Like, this bitch cut a fucking lot of my hair off, but I needed it though, because I hadn't gotten a proper haircut in like 2 years, and my ends were fucked, so I needed it. You know, growth. We're going to the new year expecting growth, and I love that.
Nice.
And I also decided to stop clowning, and I cleared my DMs.
You did.
She Who Shall Not Be Named, who I explained a little bit. I think it was in June when I explained her story. So I've cleared the DMs, and I think I'm ready to move on. But yeah.
Nice.
So that means I'm back to the search. The search continues.
Correct. As it always is. Okay, and then November for me. Last episode, I explained that I had the worst experience ever. Never gonna think about it again. Every single time anybody talks about in BI.
Can I please?
No. I know. I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting that out. We're not talking about it. Although I am talking to this other boy. He's cute. I used to not like when he was being like, oh, like silly, and now I'm like, oh, silly's cute. Before I was like, why are you being like?
Not cute. It's not cute, y'all.
But
She's lying to y'all. It's not cute. I'm letting you know from first-hand experience.
But
It's not
listen,
cute.
would you rather me be like me and be like, oh, you're being?
I'd rather you just block him,
Why would I block him?
because it's a waste of time. It's a
No,
waste of
it's
your time.
not.
Anya, my vision for you for the new year is some clarity about situations you get yourself into. Because this one is not it. It's not the one, baby. It's not the one, okay? Okay. You can entertain it, but don't get deep, okay? Did you hear that sigh? This girl in love or whatever.
I am, but not with this guy. With another guy who I have been in love with the past 2 years, and he has no fucking clue.
Wait, are we still in November?
I'm done. I'm not even
was.
gonna say anything for December, so you can go.
Yeah, we're
ahead.
gonna wait. We're gonna do that in our like our decade wrap up,
Right.
or the beginning of our like new episode for the new year. But yeah, to finish off my November, yeah, I did some shopping. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving break. For those of you who
Yeah, it was
celebrated,
extra long.
yeah, it was long for us here. But I hope you guys had a nice meal and that you just had a nice time and relaxed. I did some shopping. I gave into capitalism and I participated in Black Friday. Listen, I got some good skincare and that shit was 40% off. So
I got the
me
bare
some tea
necessities
tree.
palette. I was happy as hell.
Yes, that palette is really cute. I got me some skincare. So if you see me out here glowing or whatever, mind your business and do not approach me unless you get called for. And I also got some clothes, some new outfits. I'm trying a new style for the new year.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the look of multiple rings on like people wearing multiple rings.
I did that so much
like,
in middle
stacking
school,
that
and it
up.
was hot as hell.
Girl, it's a fucking look. It's so fucking hot. My fingers are tiny as hell, so we be out here struggling. I wish I had longer fingers for multiple reasons, but for the aesthetic of wearing multiple rings, I just wish they were a bit longer. But yeah. But I got this cute ass red Christmas dress I'm gonna wear.
Nice.
Bitch, my ass won't be popping in that shit. I'll send you photos. Nice.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for my December.
That's our 20.
My November, I mean, my bad.
It's our 2019 little wrap-up moment. So I just want clarification. Like, I just want like a little PSA clarification moment because, like, a couple of people have like said things and It's kind of just been bothering me. So do you mind if I take this opportunity?
Anya, yes. I didn't know. I'm like surprised right now.
So if you are my friend, you know that you said it in a good way, but there's other people who have not necessarily said it in a good way. But I've heard some people saying that, like, oh, like, Anya's, like, changed so much, and, like, Anya's, like, such a hoe now. And I'm like,
ew.
First of all, I'm not. Like, it may seem like it, but I really don't get that many, like, actual...
It's, like, reasonable, yeah.
Like, even if I'm talking to, like, some guy in my DMs, like, I'm not actually gonna, like, do anything with him. It's just for fun.
And even if you were, like,
and even if I were,
business.
and even if I was a hoe, like, what is the problem?
Yeah. And, like, because we're such at an age where, like, we're trying to explore things and live our life, and you cannot, like, it may not be for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to, like...
Right. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you can mute me, and you can block me.
Period. I'm really glad you brought that up, because we're not doing that shit next year.
Yeah.
Mind your fucking business if you don't like what someone's doing. Unless it's harming you or themselves, mind your business.
Right.
And, like, to expect... Like, I hate it when people say, oh, you've changed a lot. Well, what the fuck do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
We're literally growing
Growth.
up. If you're not growing... Bitch, just choke and give more room for the rest of us here on Earth.
Right. Correct.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just had some final questions. Oh, our resolutions and goals for the next year. I mean, we got into it a little bit.
Do you want to do it in the next episode?
I'll do it really quick.
Okay.
I already got into a little bit of my goals for the new year, some piercings and whatnot. And now that I'm cleared my DMs and I'm trying to let the love of my life go. Okay, let me not exaggerate. I'm trying to let that person go. I'm pretty much there. I think I'm there, you know?
You have grown a lot in the past couple weeks.
I feel like a part of me will always, like this person. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm ready to move on now.
Good.
Because I feel like this person was, like, my first person that I had, like, a really strong attraction to, because it started in middle school. And it was such a pivotal time for me when I realized that I actually do like women also. So this person does have a special place in my heart, but I'm letting that bird fly.
Good.
Yeah. It is what it is. And my goals for next year just continue trying to live my best life.
Yeah. Nice.
And no more delusions. Take off your fucking clown suit, Jennifer. When you listen to this back, you better have that clown suit better be in the trash.
I wish I could say the same.
No, I'm gonna hold you to that. Anya, I told you. We're gonna be clowns for the rest of the year.
Yes.
January comes, we're done.
Right.
Period.
Perfect.
Do you have any resolutions or goals?
Honestly, I don't have anything right now that I can think of, but obviously, yeah, like stopping a clown, Anya, please. Like, please get over it. And other than that, I don't know. Graduate.
Literally.
Get into college, please. Start college, please. Yeah.
A lot's gonna be changing next year. Just we'll be probably in different locations. But this podcast will continue because we're not going to let this baby die.
No, we're not.
Our Virgo baby is not going to die.
We're going to hold it to us.
So we want to know, like, what do you guys want for the new year? What are you guys expecting from us? What from this, or like 9 episodes, have you liked and want to see more of? Like, more unpopular opinions? You want to see pet peeves? Let us know. Story times. Get ready with me. Should we do, like, start filming videos?
I really want
YouTubers
to.
now. Oh my god.
I really want to. I want to do a Get Ready With Me.
Maybe we will. We'll do 1 or 2 of those. Oh, we also have an idea of, like, doing little interviews or, like, little dates. Because you know how Anya and I went on a little date? We want to do that with, like, other people and have...
Derailed so quick.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's for, you know, content for next year.
Yeah.
So if any of you want, you can come on. We'll have a little date. We'll interview you and get to know you and whatnot. And that's a way to get you guys more involved. And let us know how you felt about the girl code and guy code. Like, the polls and everything that led up to that episode. Should we do more things like that?
Follow our Instagram.
Yes, we need to promote that more. Follow our Instagram at coffeeclatch_podcast. And subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're on YouTube now.
Yes. Okay.
Our song Rex. How we almost forget.
That would have been tragic.
Girl, baby.
Okay, Sunrex. Let's see. So, I think Jennifer mentioned this last time, but Cybersex by Doja Cat is so good. And then, You Tried It by City Girls.
It's a bop. It's a banger.
It's a banger. It's a bop. And then, lastly was Thot Box Remix with the all-girl version by,
I still have to listen to that. I have another Doja Cat recommendation. Do It Like That. I think featuring Gucci Mane.
it is. Because I was talking to my friend about it.
It's really, really good. And also Formidable by Stromae. If you take a French class, you probably know who Stromae is. We're all fucking whores for him.
Ute, papa, ute.
I like Concert also. That one's a really good one. But Formidable gets, especially the performance he did, like, just in the streets without anyone knowing. I really love that. It's a really powerful performance. And besides that, I also have Addicted to Love, the Florence and the Machine cover. It's a different sound, but I really, really love it. I've also been getting to listen to a lot of, like, not musicals, but movies with music in it. And this is an old one. It's Beyonce's movie. It was Cadillac Records. I love At Last. Her cover of At Last was really, really beautiful. Also, All I Could Do Was Cry. Dang, that got me in my feelings. And just a lot of songs, but one more song, because I'm in a gay mood right now. But King Princess, her song Hoe-Leil, I probably have recommended it already, but it's really, really good.
So.
I feel like I did in the first episode. Well, anyways, if I did, you're hearing it again. But Hoe-Leil is really, really good. And so is Hit the Back, which is a bottom anthem. All the bottoms.
Ooh.
Listen to that song. Hit the Back is really, really good. So yeah, I think
Okay, I think that's it. Okay, guys, bye.
Thanks for listening. And I think we'll probably have 1 or 2 episodes before the year ends. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
You'll find out.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.